The Block of Rock hier immer noch beim Keep It True Festival, während draußen Titan Force die Halle rocken, sitze ich hier mit Donnie von Riot 5, einer Band, die ich seit den frühen 80ern liebe, aber wir haben uns nie wirklich getroffen. Die Band hat natürlich viele Geschichten erlebt und einige von will er mir jetzt erzählen. Donnie, welcome to the Block of Rock.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, it's here on the Keep It True Festival and lots of histories in this building.
This is awesome. Keep It True asked us. You know, we have a great relationship with Germany, as you know. Europe has always been great to the band, you know. America, you know, we're slacking a little bit, but Europe's always been great. The promoters, the people like you, the press, it's been able to keep us alive for as long as we have. If you don't have the music on our end, you don't have the fans, you don't have people that support the band so you guys can see it, you know, it doesn't work. So the machine has been working. It's been working for 35 years, and
amazing,
Riot 5 is trying to keep it going. I don't know for another 30 years, I don't know if I'll be alive, but at least maybe a good 10, 20 years. Anyway.
At least we're happy you're back, because there were
you.
some time not that long ago where we didn't know if we're gonna see you again.
We
had some
yes.
very, very bad
We were talking about when we were on 70,000 tons of metal cruise a few years back when the unfortunate passing of Mark Reale, and it was a very it was a hard moment for the whole band. Because we knew he was sick, but he was always sick, you know. He'd go to the doctor, he'd be in there for, you know, a week or, you know, stuff, but he'd always come back. So it was rough when we got the news, you know, you're in the middle of the ocean, you know, and you're about to play again, and, you know, we get the news from his father that Mark passed away. So it hit us pretty hard. We didn't know if we were going to play, but we ended up playing with Mark in mind and his spirit. You saw it.
The guitar case at the side on the stage.
The guitar case. Joel came from Hammerfall. Everybody on the boat was saying, you know, stuff about Mark, and, you know, and at that point when that happened, we played the show and we thought it might have been Riot's last show because you have your founding member. And then after that, we were, you know, we didn't know what we were going to do. Tony Moore was not ready to go on. He was not ready to go on before Mark passing. He just wanted to do a reunion, Immortal Soul, and that was it. Bobby was aboard, but Bobby's playing with Fate's Warning and Sebastian Bach, and he's
and
playing
lots
with
of other
Halford.
bands.
Yeah, so we had to. It was very strategic for me to keep it going, finding the right people, finding the right support, and seeing if people believed in us. And now we know they do, but it took a long time. You know what I mean?
And
so.
You've been on the boat again. I just saw you a couple of weeks ago when you played in the big theater. It was a great show. What I really liked is that you really can make it the 80s Riot, the 90s Riot, and the new stuff, and it really fits perfectly together.
Yeah, exactly. It was, you know, 2 years had passed since Mark died. I talked to Mike Flintz, the other original guitar player, and I was like, I think I'm going to put something together and get it going. I'm going to start writing music again. It makes us heal. I told Mike, I said, we gotta do it for Mark. We talked to his father. You know, don't let the music die with my son. Keep it going, you know, and we were like, we have to. So I wrote songs, and Mike eventually started going, I like it. Let's see what we can do. So we started writing the songs. We did a test tour of a few dates in Greece and Italy, and then Metal Assault. Let's see what the fans think. You know, we hired Todd Michael Hall. We had, you know, Frank, who was on Army of One, and he's in Virgin Steel and Leech Lord. And then we got, you know, Mike Flintz's student, a young guy, just to fill in. And we played, and it was very successful. So the fans we're there still. So we said, okay, let's keep moving forward. So myself, I said, we need to do, like you were saying, we need to cover the history. We're Riot 5, the newer sound, Thundersteel, but we need to do a Rhett Forrester, Guy Speranza, Rock City, to keep the whole flow going. That's what 5 means. It's the 5th chapter of Riot. Guy Speranza, Rhett Forrester, Tony Moore, Mike DeMeo, Todd Michael Hall.
Yeah,
That's what we got. And so, in tonight's show that we're about to play, we're gonna, we're supposed to play 90 minutes. We're gonna play almost 2 hours because there's so many songs we have to cover.
I can't wait to see this, because last time when I saw you on the boat were only shorter sets, and you couldn't play, of course, all the classics and the new stuff as well, because the current album Unleash the Fire is a great album. It really fits to the whole Riot history. And it sounds like you never had these breaks in between. Yeah, it's
right.
Great.
We had that in mind. When I joined in '85, I helped write some songs on Born in America, because me and Mark were already doing a side band called Narita. So we were already writing together. So songs like Thundersteel and Fight or Fall and Sign of the Crimson Storms were older Riot songs that we brought back when we decided to do it. And Mark wanted Riot to progress from hard rock to a little more metal. And then that's why he got me, being from a metal background, so I started writing that kind of stuff. So I learned a lot of writing from Mark. I was real good with the heavy. Mark was real good with the melody, making the songs memorable and stuff like that. So, I took that to heart. So when he's not here with us recording, he's with us in spirit. And when I write a song, I write it like I did on Thundersteel, but I think of a good melody line. So I said to Mike Flintz, I said, we have to make a good, rounded Riot record. It's got to be some of the Thundersteel style, a couple rock songs like Rock City, a couple, ballads.
Like a good cocktail.
Yeah, we had to do it. We were well-rounded, And then when, we got the final product, we were just like, it's not too bad.
It's a great album.
Thank you.
Not all the 80s bands which we're gonna see on these kind of festivals, they have a good new album. Most of the time, people come to these shows just to hear, of course, the old stuff, like Exciter yesterday.
Yeah.
And of course, there's new record, but only a few bands can really make it to have a new strong record with the coming tour.
It's
you make it.
As a matter of fact, I was just talking to Ollie from our label back there. And I said, the cool thing about Riot is, I grew up with metal like, Raven, Angel Witch, Exciter, Anvil, and all those bands. And it's great that, they're still going. But, sometimes, the sound sticks the same. And Riot, we were like, I think we need to have that power metal edge that we always had, and we need to sound fresh, So when Todd Michael Hall got in the band with that voice, and we were just like, we got the vocals, which was 50% of the band. And then when we got another guitar player, which was really good, I said, well, it kind of energized us a little bit. Younger guys in the band, and the sound's more fresh than sounding dated. How people want to hear the old stuff. Obviously, we got to play Swords and Tequila and Warrior and Thundersteel, obviously. But there's so much history that you can't cover all of it, and we do have to promote the new record to an extreme. And we're doing like maybe 4 or 5 tonight. So when you have 15 records in 30 years, it's hard to pick and choose.
I'm looking forward to the show.
what
What other plans for the rest of the year? You coming back to Europe? As you told me that Europe has always been very supportive of the Riot.
We finally got a good booking agency, Jorg over at Dragon, who does Michael Schenker and a few bands. So we got him involved. Our plans are to finish doing some of the dates that we had booked. We have Sweden Rock on June 6th. We got Rockfest Barcelona. These are big for us. They're with Judas Priest and Def Leppard and stuff like that. And it takes us by surprise because the band seems like it's doing better than it ever has. And I wish Mark would have been able to experience some of this larger stuff that we did that, he didn't get to. He got to do a lot of good things, but he deserves something like this. So in spirit, we take a piece of us, a piece of him with us. We put the case will be on stage with us tonight, and we do our thing. But the plans are to keep playing, and Mark used to always say, the longevity of a band is through good music. If you start releasing bad music, people will not like it, you will die. And that's why he said, that's why Riot's been going for 30 years, because we try to put out quality music. So we're trying to do that, keep the music going, tour America finally. We have to tour our own country. You guys keep us over here, but we love it over here, and we're going to be back. We're already getting offers again to come back. So new record, new DVD, touring, obviously coming back over here, so.
Was great talking to you. Shine on, Warrior.
Shine on, Warrior, man. Thanks a lot, brother.
Das war Donnie von Riot 5 hier bei The Block of Rock.
The Block of Rock. Shine on.